Hey y'all, welcome back with me, Dr. Monica Nicole. I'm finally able to sit down. It's like 1 o'clock while I'm recording this, and it's so interesting because this is not the first time I tried to record it. I actually tried to record it early this morning at like 7 this morning, and I broke my phone. Whole screen broke. And it was broke to the point where the whole screen literally was like opening, shutting, like some wings, okay? But the screen was still working. It was such a blessing because I'm so surprised that the screen was still working on the phone in that moment. And so I had to go get my phone replaced, and I was reminded of just it's just so beautiful when you receive confirmations and stuff of decisions that you've made based out of intuition. So for example, while I was out yesterday doing some shopping, my spirit told me to go to the ATM and get some more cash because I've been using my card for primarily of the things, and then I'll use cash for simple things. But spirit said, "Go get some money out the ATM," and so I went and got like $100 out of the ATM in pesos, and so it just so happened that today, where I was getting my phone fixed, I would have got charged an extra fee for using a card versus using my cash. So I'm glad I had excuse me, I'm glad I had some pesos on me to be able to pay for that. But it was just a reminder of listening to your intuition when it tells you to do something. Okay. When I tell you my whole life is like, I see it changing in front of my eyes. Moving to a new community in a new space is like a timeline jump, it's a timeline hop. So the reality that I was in when I was living in Tennessee is so different from even how I feel now. Like my energy is different. I've been walking more places. It's a very community oriented space where I'm at. And so like in places like the United States where there's no lording laws, y'all know what I'm talking about. Which means you're not allowed to like just stand around and stuff. You have to be doing something with a purpose. Like here is normal for people to just stand outside. Like they just stand outside, be kicking it, chilling, just outside, like not waiting for anything. They just shooting the shits. And it's not a crime. And I feel like that has a lot to do with also the fact that there is no lack of vitamin D here. And vitamin D is what helps us with those stress hormones. And, when you go through depression and things of that nature, it's because you need some vitamin D in your life. Okay. And a lot of us, we be going for the other D. Okay. But we really need D, the DD, the real D, the big D. Okay. The sun or some vitamin D, you know, supplements. But I'm going to be honest, the supplements are not as good as just having it there. And so that's why I love, like, I can be in places and you can be in places where it may appear when you're looking from the outside in that, oh, these people don't have much and all this other jazz, but they're the bird literally was about to come on my patio. They love playing with me. um the other day, I don't know if I told y'all, I can't remember if I said it or not, but a fish, I mean, not a fish, but a big bird came by to show me a fish that it just caught. It had no reason of being all the way up here. It was showing me what it got. Yeah, the birds playing with me. The little small ones playing right now. But come through, ancestors. But what was I about to say? So being in the space, like a lot of times what I found in the United States, in systems where capitalism is the center of it, and this is why we say money is not evil. Making money is not evil. It's the people who have it and what they do with it. You get what I'm saying? But money also doesn't make people better. It doesn't make them happier. It doesn't make them any less depressed. And that's why you have rich people who are unhappy, burnt out. And then why you can have people who are perceived poor, and I'm putting the air quotes because um it's all subjective. That's all subjective. So These birds are hilarious, y'all. But y'all may be able to see. I don't know if you can see them through the what's say name or not. I don't know if it picks up on their reflection. Nope, I just looked. It didn't pick up on its reflection. But and so there could be people who are perceived, poor or whatever the case is, and their sense of being is joyful. They're excited because what I found is that in the United States, we associate money and wealth with our moods and how we feel. When that is so, like, we can't depend on that. We can't depend on that. Money is meant to be used as a tool. It does not make life easier just by having it. All it does is expand who you were on the inside. And so that's why I teach becoming the best version of yourself as you're building that wealth, so you're not in the burnout, you're not in the stress, you're not in the depression. You get what I'm saying? So then how you feel about yourself and how you go about life is not dependent upon how much money you have in your pocket. Because then that means you could be bought. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I'm reminded of and why I love being in South and Central America so much. So I know someone that said Costa Rica. I'm not in Costa Rica. I'm in South America. Costa Rica is in Central America. I'm in a country in South America. I shared which country with my members over on Substack. Now, if you over there on Substack and don't go putting it in the comments. That's for you to know. That's it. Okay. Because I won't be telling exactly where I'm at until after I've left the area. But and that's just for public aspects. Now for those who invest in the space and all of that, I tell you things, that's just a gratitude, that's just reciprocity. But just the reminder that what you have does not make you a better person. It doesn't make your quality of life better. What's your quality of life when you don't have a lot? Because if you don't know how to be joyful and excited and enjoy life and um, being flexible and creative and all of that when you don't have anything, who you are when you're broke is who you're going to be magnified when you got money. And I just released it's like an updated article to a previous article I did. And it was going into different sayings that a lot of us grew up with from our grandmothers, mothers, things of that nature, and how they trained scarcity mindsets inside of us. Um, I'll be grateful for the day when we stop associating our worth with the money. First off, when we stop associating business and making money with not being a good person. You have plenty of business people who they take their money and they go help other people in the communities. They do different things that they don't tell you they're doing. They don't shout it out to the world of all of their philanthropic endeavors. You get what I'm saying? And so in this season, it's one of those I want us to look and see, who are you subconsciously under the core? Who are you at the core? Because who you are at the core is who you will be magnified as you keep expanding. And this season is about knowing and having your joy without all the materialism, with all the things, with all the items. You get what I'm saying? And being in certain healing spaces in the world, it helps you do that. You realize a lot of things that you put such a strong attention to, it doesn't even matter. I've been here for 10 days, a little over 10 days, and I haven't watched a TV since I've been here. Haven't watched a Netflix or nothing. Haven't watched anything since I've been here. I've been creating, I've been writing, I've been meeting people, I've been outside. I haven't had a desire. And I was sitting looking at that and I'm like, wow, that's, normally I'll sit and binge watch a show while I'm working on something. Here, I binge watch the water while working on something, but that does something to us subconsciously as well. I really want to see those around me feel this peace. Like if they haven't had peace, I feel like a lot of it is because we've been subconsciously inside. It's not I think, but I know, but we've been subconsciously programmed to look at the world in this way. And so we associated our sense of self with that. And that's not fair. Because as we do that, it takes away our ability to truly enjoy life and what we've been given. So that's what it means to not chase and just attract. Believe it or not, yes, yes, you can have it all and not be stressed too. But that means you just follow a different blueprint. And that's what this season is about, following different blueprints. So I was reflecting earlier and I was saying that making the decision to move here was the best decision I made all of 2025. And I made some pretty interesting decisions. And in that, I find what I'm doing changing. I find the work that I want to do and I want to shift into is changing. This season, it's it's eye opening. It's very eye opening as I spend more time with other expats. It's even more eye opening of like, what brought you here? How did you get here? And so I will say, living in South America, it has me more present. That's the biggest benefit, like more present, and I've slowed down. I've slowed down. I now look at something that says, oh, it's 5 miles away instead of, oh, now sometimes I do get a taxi now, okay? Sometimes I do. But instead of always getting a taxi, sometimes I'm like, I can walk that. Is it all the time? No. But today, for example, when I was looking at the taxi and how long it would take for them to get to me, and some told me to open up my GPS and see, how long it would take me to walk there. And when I pulled it up, it said it would be like, I think it was like a 10-minute walk or something. I'm like, oh, I could do that. I could do that. And I did that. And I feel like it went faster. If I was at home, I would have not even thought about it and just jumped in my car. Healthier lifestyle. I've been eating the same thing, pescado. Majaro de rojo. Majara de rojo. Like, give me that. E coco de arroz. E limonada. E ensalada. And then I'm good for the day. Okay. So that was red tilapia. Because they catch they fish here every morning. Okay. With some coconut rice and some salad. Oh yeah, I can't forget my plantains, honey. I gotta actually cook some. I went and bought some yesterday. I was like, when I was doing my grocery shopping, I went and bought some because I'm gonna cook some of those along with my fruit and stuff in the morning. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow because I already went out and ate today, and I got enough to eat for leftovers, honey. Okay, but bringing this back to the conversation of allow yourself to slow down and see what really matters. And this is not to say, oh, Don't worry about getting money and wealth. No, that allows you to have access to the world. No, I want you to make money. I want you to make, y'all hear the horn agreeing. I want you to make the most amount of money ever. But I don't want you to be stressed out while you do it. I don't want you to be in scarcity while you're doing it. I don't want you to be in burnout while you're doing it. We're doing it differently here. We're doing it differently here. And so I'm about to go in here and do some writing. And I am going to see y'all in the next video. My goal actually, shout out to my girl Glow. Okay. Um she has a YouTube channel as well, but we connected first over on Threads earlier this summer. And she started posting every day on her YouTube channel again. She was reviving her YouTube channel and just seeing the growth and the beauty of her channel. And she's motivating us all to get back into just uploading and sharing our life abroad and where we're at. She's over in Asia. And so I'm sharing mine from my life inside of South America. And so I will definitely say that although I used to upload daily on my other channel, I wasn't really uploading as much on this channel. But now y'all can expect to see me, if not every day, then every other day on this channel. Because I always got something to say. I always have something to talk about, honey. Okay. And so this is why I love South America. Oh, and then the food. Y'all, you know what? We just gonna make this part of a series too. And we just gonna say that this is number one. We're just gonna say this is number one. Okay? But I love y'all. And as always, always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what your higher self and your spirit team is calling for you to do. Period. I love y'all and I'll see y'all later. Bye.